possible by a public service grant from the National Endowment for the Arts and Bristol Myers Company in association with its divisions.
Yeah. All rise, open your eyes, no need to explain. I got a homie from the east and I'ma tell you his name. Never hang around lames, that's a part of his game. And if you show deep respect, he'll show you the same. Jeff undercard boxing, shook the world when he came. A lot of cats is playing, but his hands are insane. You can get steamrolled if you stand in the way. He a yardie from Flatbush, you cowards his cat puss. We used to feud like Bishop and Q, but he'll fuck you up quick if I give him the cue. From the city of Midwood, the south central part of New York, next to Bensonhurst and Borough Park. If it's a problem, don't even say shit. Just face this when you come across the Bay Bridge. No tolerance for BS or fake kids. Your blood clot crying. Just stop trying. The Jeff Undercard prepared for the assignment. He bringing a appliance so cowards can't fight it. He might yoke you up if he feels slighted. He's spreading out toxins. It's undercard boxing. Yeah. Mad love and respect to my brother, man. From the motherland, word him up.
What's going on, fight fans? It's your guy, Undercard in Boxing. Talking about the latest fight that just happened over the weekend. We had Alexander Usyk defeating Tyson Fury to not retain an undisputed belt, but he has the WBC, WBO, and the WBA belt. He was stripped of the IBF for not fighting his mandatory, Daniel Dubois, even though he had a schedule. I just want to catch you guys up on some things. Did not get to watch the fight round for round, score for score, but saw the outcome. Saw that a lot of people had a difference of opinion about who won. Different takes that were being made. Is Alexander Usyk the greatest heavyweight of all time? Is the run that he's on of defeating Joshua, Fury, Derek Chisora, Tony Bellew, becoming undisputed at cruiserweight, does this make him the greatest heavyweight of all time? I'm bringing my boy Sean so we can discuss this, but before I just wanted to chop with y'all. Anyone catching us on replay, thank you so much for the support. We've been getting a lot of donations off the app, so I want to say thank you for that as well. For support, we will be getting a mic soon, so that way we can have this thing jumping. So Usyk won by I think it was unanimous decision. Some people thought it was a very close fight and it could have went either way. Like I said, I did not see the fight fully and scored it myself to give you that opinion on the scorecard, but I understand looking at some of the highlights, what they were looking at. Although Fury was the bigger man applying the pressure, I think Usyk was the one who got hit. Usyk hit Fury with the bigger shots, landed the more effective punches, and boxed beautifully, like he has shown throughout his career. I don't know if Alexander Usyk retires at this moment. I think he jumps back into the fringe of things and tries to maybe become twice undisputed at the same weight class, because he does have that IBF strap that is currently around Daniel Dubois' waist. And maybe after that, he does retire, claiming two-time undisputed at the heavyweight. I believe the last heavyweight undisputed champion was Lennox Lewis. Here we go. Add to the stage. You.
Yo.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good, bro. I can't. I
Hi,
can't.
baby girl. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you. What's goody?
What's
What's
good? What's
good? You
good?
want to
I'm
run this
talking
up?
about if Usyk should become two-time undisputed by going and fighting Daniel Dubois in a rematch.
Oh, that'd be fire. I was just talking to wifey about it, trying to explain to her the craziness that's going on right now with the heavyweight division.
Okay, go ahead. Break it down. Let's see if we can get us some more information, some knowledge.
Yeah. So I was leading off of what I was telling her, just trying to explain how lit Usyk is. Just thinking about him being a gold medalist, running through the cruiserweight division, pause, and then going up to the
Mhm.
heavyweight
Undisputed,
division,
undisputed at cruiserweight. Yeah.
undisputed, and then also beating the man pretty much. Both of the men, if you really think about it, beat
Joshua and
Joshua
Fury.
twice and beat
Yep.
Fury twice. Also beat
Yep.
Daniel Dubois. That was a little
Yep.
controversial.
Derek Chisora.
Derek Chisora, Tony Bellew, Witherspoon,
Yep.
something Witherspoon. That was like a one-off.
Yeah.
So yeah, the man is the man, bro. So the way I see it, if he is still gonna fight the Daniel Dubois, him beating Daniel Dubois will not only get him the undisputed, to your point, but it'll also solidify that he's hands down beat number one everybody who might have been controversial, but also beat literally the top. You have to say top three guys in the sport, and then the connecting factors are looking at Daniel Dubois and even looking at AJ. AJ has beat. So let's go through it.
Yeah.
Usyk
That
beat
triangle theory.
Chisora. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Usyk beat Chisora, and so did Fury. I'm pretty sure AJ would have beat Chisora. I'm pretty sure Daniel would have beat Chisora.
Right.
Daniel,
Dillian White.
Dillian White, Joshua beat Dillian White, and so did
Fury.
Fury. So there's no need
Yeah.
to see that.
Right.
Daniel did get stopped by what's his name? My boy Joe Joyce. Right? Daniel got stopped by Joe Joyce, and I'm pretty sure Joseph Parker was stopped by Joe Joyce, if I'm not mistaken. But then Joe Joyce just gets slept, right? Joe Joyce gets slept by Zhang, who lost to Joseph Parker. You see what I'm saying? So, like, really and truly, besides Moses Atama, for the UK, I don't really see anybody else giving Usyk any kind of trouble. Shout out to Bruce Gass. I'm probably late, but shout out to Bruce Gass, Boxing Jazz. What's goody?
You still with me?
Yeah, I'm still with you. I'm hearing some weird feedback from your
Bruce
end.
Gas, salute, my brother.
Let's see.
Now, Bruce, who's been around for a long time, could probably give you a little bit more information of that. This is not the greatest of the heavyweight division. He was around for the times where we had Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Spinks. Yeah, he definitely saw some grace in this time. Bruce, who would you say? Which era would you say is the best boxing era of the generation?
Yeah, I can still hear you, but I lost you for a second.
Yeah, I can hear myself too. I don't know. It's like my mic got kicked out. I'm trying to put it back into the.
Yeah, I can hear it.
There we go. I can hear you now. Hello?
Perfect. Yeah, I'm good.
What about now?
I'm trying to share the link. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm trying to share the link.
Come on. Let me jump backstage real quick.
If I'm off camera, then that's what I'm doing. Send this to my brother and then.
Back like I never left.
Nice.
Hello?
Nice. Yeah.
Early
Yeah,
70s, nothing better than the Ali era. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that as well.
So, Bruce, how would you rate this era of boxing? I was actually going to say something too about your last comment as it pertains to Usyk. It seems that he beat a lot of British and European fighters. I don't think he's ever came to American soil and fought a Wilder, and I know we don't have a lot of heavyweights coming up, but I don't think he's beaten a lot of American style boxers. He's beaten Britain and
Yeah,
European style boxers.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, Witherspoon, unfortunately, is the only American I think he fought, and once again, Witherspoon was not at his best. And to me, I would have never. I wouldn't. I don't even think Witherspoon was ever a top 10 heavyweight. I don't think he was maybe a top 20 at one point, but not when Usyk fought him. Yeah, we good know. We good know.
Right.
Um,
What would you say? What would you think happened with a fight with Wilder versus Usyk?
I think Usyk was still
Does
beating,
that right
bro.
hand ever connect, or does he avoid it?
Yes. No, the
Yeah.
right hand definitely. The right hand connects, but I think if the so in the same breath of saying he's never fought someone like a Deontay in Deontay's prime, the reality is how many people has Deontay fought with Usyk's movement? I really can't think of anybody. So I think Deontay would have.
I can't either.
The only person that has
I
any
think
movement
Pavlik
that's okay. Pavlik was
was a
alright, but
Russian
even
guy. He
then,
put to sleep.
yeah. He put him to sleep though. And then Tyson
Yeah.
also had great footwork, but he was a lot bigger. And the kryptonite for Tyson actually is the shorter heavyweight. So would that be a problem also for Deontay? You got somebody that great feet that's coming underneath that big right hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's
I can
true.
and also they're coming
So
with
the-
volume. That's why I
Yeah.
think
It's 3
what's his
punches,
name?
not one.
Yes, exactly. I think Andy Ruiz would have been a tough fight for Wilder. Because think about Joseph Parker. Oh, Joseph Parker's a perfect example. When he finally fought Deontay,
Yeah.
now Deontay didn't have the same steam on his punches, but that movement, very fast hands, and being just physically strong, even if you're shorter, that them kind of fighters give Deontay a problem. A lot of Deontay's knockouts
Yeah.
are for these super heavyweights. And the slightly
Yeah.
shorter
And
guys he
the
did
flat
knock
footed.
out,
Yeah.
and the flat-footed shorter guys. So he didn't have a lot of agile feet.
How do you see
Footed.
Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois playing out? That's a fight coming up in February.
That's a tough one, man, because I don't know. I like the run that Triple D is on, but I like Joseph Parker, bro. I think he deserved
Yeah.
another title shot. I like Joseph Parker. I like how he boxes. Lately, he's been boxing up with a lot more ferocity. So, but I don't know, man. I can still see Triple D getting to him. He's just on. And unfortunately, Joseph
Yeah.
has pop, but he don't got enough power to stop the forward motion of Triple D. I just don't think.
There's also a sneaky good fight on that February 22 card in Riyadh season. Zay Zhang versus Ajit Abba. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but it's another heavyweight.
You just butchered it. Igit
Of
Kabayel.
course. There you go. This is why he went to English class, people. He went to English class.
Yo, let me tell you something. That Kabayel dude, that man is a problem, bro. The Kabayel is a problem, bro. But
Can he stay with that left hand?
If he can keep Zhang busy for first 6-7 rounds, I think it's smooth sailing after that. He might even stop Zhang because he got thumpers. He's 6'3". He's solid.
Yeah. He looks like a monster, bro.
Yeah, he looked like a little football player, to be real, but not muscular like a football player, but just strong, like he play on the line. 6'3", 230, right? 235?
Whatever they're weighing at this point, it's true.
I think he's bigger than Usyk. Kabayel. He's definitely big. So that's going to be a great fight. That's going to be a great fight. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I sent it to a few of my people. I don't know.
They look like they're tapping in from the outside, but I love it. Either way. So on a playback too, I actually like watching the viewership grow each time we put up a video, which means our conversation. People are like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but it's something like y'all know what y'all talking about, and I'm learning. So I'm just like, okay, I get it.
That's a fact, bro.
That card was I wouldn't say one of the big cards that everyone was looking for. Everyone cared only about the main fight. And Usyk, after winning the fight, because now I don't know if I want to see a trilogy. Tyson Fury feels like he got robbed in both fights. You didn't watch the fight. I didn't watch the fight. So do you think there's room for a third fight, or does he need a big win and then he can come back and try to see Usyk again for a third and final fight?
I don't know. I don't need a third fight, though. I don't need a third fight. I'm trying to. My boy
You
is talking. Yo, one of my sons is talking about. Is commenting on what we talk about. I like, yo, drop that opinion
in
in
the
the chat,
comment.
bro.
Yeah,
What you
drop it
talking
in the chat.
about?
We can talk about it right then. And, the reason why I say that is because the way boxing works is put them back. I can see Fury versus Joshua, and the winner, if Usyk is still boxing, will fight Tyson Fury. I mean, we'll fight Usyk again. If that makes sense.
Yeah. If no, see, that's a different stance. If Usyk is still boxing, then maybe. But like for me personally, I don't necessarily need to see it. Is what I'm saying. You feel me? All right, I sent it to a few folks. Next time, I got to make sure to send it out to people ahead of time so they can tune in.
Yeah.
Um,
All good, all
but
good.
yeah,
We here for it.
my son did say he thinks all the heavyweights of this generation are overrated. I wanted him to drop it in here. But let's talk about it though. Let's
Over.
talk about it
Yeah,
because
let's
I
talk.
see
Okay,
this
so
conversation happen a lot. Like if you were to drop Alexander Usyk in that 80s 90s era of boxing when Tyson was in his prime, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think he still would do very well. I think he would become a champion again. I'm gonna be real.
champion, I
Now,
don't think he runs through the gauntlet the way he has.
no, he doesn't. He definitely is gonna get stopped at some point. Because now
Yes.
you pretty much talking about dude like some of the same bulls he fought at Cruiser who were really good, like the Breedises and them folks. But now you're
Mm-hmm.
talking they're not 200 flat, 199. You're talking bulls who are
They're a lot bigger.
anywhere
Yeah,
between
bigger
215 and
and thumping a little
240,
bit more.
but thumping more about his same size, who also have good movement, good head movement like Tyson and all that stuff. So Tyson would have been a problem for him.
Do you think what happened in this era is that they became more finesse boxers, trying to be flashy and to I would say dance rather than I'm just gonna catch you with my biggest shot and just put you out, like put your lights out.
When you say dance, what you mean and who you speaking about? Were you still talking about the heavyweight division? You're talking about boxing in
We talk
general.
about like Joshua. Joshua to me, it's like he's a big dude. He carries a big punch, but at times he wouldn't let his hands go for whatever reason.
Oh,
Like
I see what you're
the
saying.
this
Yeah, because he's
yeah
trying to box
discussion
like
with
the little dudes.
So I'm saying is did they go away from being heavyweights to try to be more of the smaller weights where I'm dancing, I'm gonna hit, I'm gonna get out the way, and I'm gonna be a little bit more flashy as opposed to being more dominant. Like
Um,
Wilder used his raw talent for as much as he could,
yeah,
but that's why we wanted to see that Joshua versus Wilder fight because those two styles coming together, it's explosion.
yeah, no, I
But
agree.
what's your opinion?
I still want to see the fight, but I don't know, bro. I
Me too.
disagree because look at the heavyweight matches in general, and then now look at the current crop of let's say top 20, right?
Yeah.
If you got 20 in your mind, now out of
Okay.
that 20, think about how many movers there are in the 20. And when you think about the movers, you got to add the flash. Outside of that, everybody's just throwing punches flat-footed with some IQ. So I would say it's the opposite. I saw more flash and IQ and movement
So then,
earlier on. You feel me? The
is that
Klitschko
why
era was
it's
super dry. And then right before Klitschko, we still have people who can move, who showed unique ways of cutting distance and landing on target. Now these guys are so big, they've kind of strayed away. And I think that's why Joshua tried to get back to it because he saw, oh man, if I move more of like a boxer puncher, I can physically last longer in my career, but it can also
Mhm.
make me finding a knockout easier. Joshua started to realize that. So that's why he's been trying to get back to his boxing. You see what I'm saying? But if you think
Yeah.
about a lot of these other dudes, they're not really finessers, bro. That's why I like Joseph Parker because he try to add a little. Joseph
Oh,
Parker will give you a nice 5 punch combination. You see what I'm
maybe it's
saying?
to me, it's the knockouts are not matching the heavyweight division, where you got flyweights and the smaller weights. Like you got the monster who's producing knockout after knockout after knockout, and you
That's
got the
true.
big guys going to UD and split decisions and controversy. And I'm like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah. I mean,
Somebody's supposed to go to sleep. I bet
it's.
TKO for heavyweights. I don't bet decisions.
I mean, it's tough though because then if that's the case, we got to look at stats, bro. Because I hear what you're saying,
Mm.
but like, let's look at the stats for the year. If they had 25 heavyweight fights, out of those 25, let's be real, how many of them actually ended in a TKO? I would say it's definitely more than 50%. So I feel like you got to look at the stats. If you're holding on to individual fights where you expected a knockout, then it will feel like there's not enough knockouts. But let's also look at the card. I don't know how many were there any other heavyweight fights on the card? There was Moses Atama.
Yeah, there was
That man,
an Allen.
Babbage versus
There's also a
Fisher.
Johnny Fisher. Johnny Fisher.
Yeah,
Yes.
Johnny Fisher.
Some say it
That's
was a
the
controversial fight too.
White Rhino.
Yeah.
And that one
Versus
that
some.
that, that didn't end in a stoppage?
Nope.
No way. I'm surprised.
Hey.
Fisher looked like he got some power, bro.
Yeah. That's maybe what it is we were all we were mesmerized by what Tyson used to do. Like in the thumbnail, I have Iron Mike Tyson. And we watched and enjoyed the heavyweight boxing because it produced so many bone crushing, death, things that you wish you could do to someone if you ever punched them in the face. Like you just wanted to catch them with that perfect and let it go and perfect. But
man, Greg would be saying,
hey, bombs, bodies. Shout out to Greg Hackett. Much love. We actually I think we have to give a little jump over to the Gilly and Wallow KO boxing party that they had.
Yo, I didn't get to watch it. I saw the highlights. I saw the weigh-in.
Shout out to YSM Sports Media. It's always right there
with the coverage, bro. YSM with the coverage, because I was really saying to myself, I was once again watching it with wifey, like halfway through, because I was crying. So she's like, "Yo, what are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "Yo, this Gilly and Wallow weigh-in is crazy." And it makes me feel like if I had planned properly, maybe I should have tried to find my way to Delaware. Because it's right there for me. You know what I mean? That's like an hour,
for sure.
A little over an hour. And maybe, about an hour for me.
Yeah,
so
like
yeah, man, because it looked chaotic, but I see Greg looked good. I think he needed more time. Greg starts slow. So I think if he had more time, it would have been more of a unanimous than a split decision based on what I saw. But he definitely had a speed advantage, great movement. Other dude obviously has some kind of IQ for sure, but he just didn't seem like he was in the same shape that Greg was in.
Yeah, that's why I said shout out to Greg Hackett. He says that's just a warm up for his next fight, February 15th versus Brian Norman Sr.
Yo, that should be sweet, bro.
On BLK Prime, which I'm never giving them my money again because y'all try to rob me. BLK, y'all owe me $29.99 after I paid for that Crawford bullshit.
Yo, BLK, my son go send an invoice. BLK, Jeff
BLK Prime
invoice. Run your pockets, BLK.
Either y'all drop the invoice, or we running up y'all bad name all over Twitter.
Straight up. But yeah. So the Brian Norman Sr. joint. So to finish off with the Wally joint, it seemed like there was a lot of cool fights. There were some actually pretty cool knockouts. Poor form. But they had a couple
of the
instructor, like they fought. Yeah. But separately from that, Greg, like I said, Greg looks good. Greg got skills, bro. Greg always says it. I don't know him personally. Had a couple interactions, but I think a dude like him is a prime example of somebody who just born and loved to squabble. Probably didn't have as much support as he needed, and also jumped into a lot of fights that he probably shouldn't have jumped into because he wasn't, training properly.
Precisely what he says. He's like, don't let the record fool y'all. I took fights on weeks' notice, months' notice, days' notice. You have to come in at a certain weight, killed himself to make the weight but think about it if you're just like a person who's just trying to like get through life and try to make a way through a situation. You're going to do stuff like that. So much more respect to him for continuously jumping in the ring.
Exactly.
That's why I was rooting for him heavy. I was rooting for him heavy. Is there a final part to end the year? I'm not sure if there's something coming up before we get into the new year. Did you by chance see the David Morrell versus David Benavidez video workout?
I didn't see the whole workout. I saw clips.
Oh, did you see the brawl that almost took place prior?
Yeah, David Morrell was tripping, bro, throwing that whole belt. That's crazy. He could have got the fight canceled. He could have got the fight canceled. Yeah, bro.
It's a video. Yeah, but it's 2 months away. What do you think? He wouldn't have recovered?
I don't know, bro. You never. All it takes is one little gash over the eyebrow, and now you got 100%. If he got any kind of cut in his face, they would have had to push a fight back. Because
I mean, it's still a good card regardless.
it's still a great card. I'm just saying it was just silly of him to throw
Yeah,
the
yeah,
entire belt.
correct. Because
You
the
know,
main event would have been a little, it's
who
true.
does that? Who does
I
that?
didn't think about that, but I think what happens is you're sick and tired of the disrespect. So, in my opinion, David Morrell has been right on his tail, trying to tell everyone how good he is. And now it's like he keeps disrespecting me and trying to prove something. So I'm gonna become extra disrespectful because this dude's trying me. And now that he's trying me, this is you don't think in that moment, you just react. So once he pushed him, he still had his belt on his arm, so he was like, I'm flinging it.
Yeah.
But I also think it shows a little with David Benavidez as well from a mental standpoint that whatever Morrell is saying or doing is agitating him.
Yeah.
Like he's a little bit more agitated. Like even Caleb Plant, he never went to blows with Caleb. He kept it very cool, very professional. But Morrell, maybe it's the Spanish, maybe it's because he can say stuff to him that we don't understand. But he out there whispering, and now he want to fight extra. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. But what's funny, I think what sparked David, and this is just me trying to keep track of the timeline and the interviews. If you look at, let's say, 2 years ago, right around when he was getting ready to fight Plant, or right after he fought Plant, when they asked about Morrell, at that time, neither of them really had anything negative to say. Just
No,
kind
they
of
did.
open
They
to the
did.
fight. They did.
They did.
Send me the video,
Because
bro. I feel
no,
like there
I
was some
got you.
respect in the
Listen,
beginning.
not
There was
only do
some
I have to
respect in
tell
the
you,
beginning for sure.
I gotta tell the viewers too. Morrell thought David Benavidez. Morrell thought or felt David Benavidez ducked him and took the Caleb Plant fight. That wasn't supposed to be Plant up there. It was supposed to be Morrell. From my recollection, a contract was sent and it was signed because I remember speaking to someone in Morrell's camp. And what was said was David is on the contract for the next fight. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. David versus. But although contract was signed, I believe David Benavidez went in a different direction and fought Caleb Plant. But I think he did it because that was his first time on.
I wouldn't say that's a
these duck conversations getting too wild for me.
Who's the champion here? Technically, wasn't Morrell the one that had that weird little baby belt?
He had the WBA interim, correct?
Yeah,
but
the baby belt.
And they also had the WBC interim at 168.
Okay,
this was at 168.
So just to be clear, neither of them are each other's were each other's mandatory at the time.
No. This was going to be a
what
voluntary.
Are we talking about? Cuban Morrell, Olympian, sure, but the man only had single-digit amount of fights at the time.
Yeah, but they're in the same weight class and in the same.
Yes,
and at the time, they're both on the same side of the street.
Yeah,
you out there going to go find people to go fight? Come on, I would like to see it.
That I would like to see it, but that would have been a bad decision. That would have been a bad
decision. Who? Morrell wanted it. Morrell wanted the fight.
For Benavidez, bro. Benavidez
to take that fight.
Perfect route. Yes, over Caleb Plant. Are you kidding me? The dude who just fought Canelo. That's not even a thought, bro. Think about you
just fight Canelo.
Business of boxing. Boxing.
I agree with you because putting them on pay-per-view, his first time coming out as a star, getting all that media. I get it.
Yeah.
You have a guy who's also been on pay-per-view.
Because think about it like this. If he fought Morrell then, I'm pretty sure he would have beat Morrell, but that would have been a hard fight.
Nope.
And then now people would have been questioning him like how they questioned Crawford after the Madrimov fight. Look at Crawford. He struggled with a guy with 10 fights. That same joint would have happened. He would have beat Morrell like how Terrence beat Madrimov, and they would have sitting there now questioning Benavidez. And then he wouldn't even had now you have to deal with the questioning. You still got the dub. You got to deal with the questioning and the doubting without the added notoriety that the fight brings you because it's just Morrell. Morrell has a lot of building.
This guy knows boxing.
Think about it. Caleb Plant, white boy from the hood.
Yeah, and he also had a champion. And he had a championship before.
Also a champion.
Former champion.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So Caleb got a great story.
Business of boxing.
Business of boxing. And then he go fight Andrade, another dude who had years of back
and forth
with Canelo.
I think Plant had knocked out
Oh, he had knocked out
Durrell.
Durrell. Even better. So you got a
Yeah.
dude
Yeah.
who
Coming
lost
off
to
a knockout.
Canelo,
Yeah. Okay.
slapped the crap out of
Okay. All
Canelo,
right.
coming off a knockout. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
You right.
You see what I'm saying? So to me, I
I
love the Morrell fight. I
I
just
didn't say
need
he ducked.
Morrell.
I'm just
No,
yeah.
but you said that Morrell said he ducked. I was just trying to clarify. But I
Yeah.
needed Morrell to fight a couple of other top dudes so that we can make that fight what it's supposed to be. And also so you don't take away from Benavidez. Because look
Let
at
me
this.
let me
Now,
got,
here, and let me finish my
got
last
you
point.
cooking
Now,
with grease. Go ahead.
now Morrell had to fight with Hot Rod, who we know Hot Rod is a solid dude. We know Hot Rod is a solid dude, but he looked a little sus against Hot Rod. You see what I'm saying? So now you got this guy about to fight Benavidez, and technically, if I'm out to be honest, outside of Morrell being an Olympian, on paper, especially based on how he fought Hot Rod, this is not necessarily a higher profile fight than Andrade or Caleb Plant. You see what I'm saying? So if anything, or even what's his name? I think he's probably on par with the dude that Benavidez just fought. Alexander Vosnik. You see what I'm saying? So if you think,
Vosnikov?
yeah, Vosnik. If you think about profiles, Morrell doesn't necessarily have a higher profile. If he does, it's because he lives in the States. But now, if you think about accolades, you got Vosnik, who was if I'm not mistaken, he was a unified champion. Oh no,
Yeah.
he was a champion, and then what's his name took his belt. Better BF. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. But either way, you got a solid champion who defended a bunch of times, only lost once to the current undisputed light heavyweight. That's the next person he fights, and then you're gonna go fight 11-0 Olympian who had an interim belt. It's a good fight, but profile-wise, it's not really a fight that Benavidez needed to take. That's another thing. It's not a fight he needed, but it's a great fight. It's a great fight. This fight is more important for Morrell, in my opinion, than it is for Benavidez. It don't do nothing for
True.
me. I think Benavidez should have took out Buatsi on one of them bulls. He should have went for like an Anthony Yard. Take out one of them dudes.
Ooh, Anthony Yard have been a great fight. I would have liked to see that.
Fight. And I love Anthony Yard. That's my son. You know, he's Jamaican like us, but I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think he
Club.
would lose to Benavidez. Yeah, I think he would lose to Benavidez.
But it's a good fight because
it would be a great fight.
You know what you do? You go to England for that fight, or you bring him over here and get the English viewership.
Go to England. Go to England.
Yeah.
Go to England. Beat him up in England. All the English fighters gonna love you. And once again,
what's that other dude's name? Joshua Buatsi. That's a good fight too.
Buatsi's great, man. Buatsi's great. I think he's peaked a little bit because he hasn't taken some of the better challenges that he could have sooner. But I also think he's a tough fight for every single person. And I can't necessarily say outright 100% Benavidez would beat him. I would edge Benavidez for sure. But Buatsi
he just moved to
skills
light heavyweight also.
Who?
Buatsi. He's fighting Callum Smith.
Buatsi been at light heavyweight, bro. He fought Dan Aziz.
Yeah, that was. Oh yeah. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Not big. 2 fights, bro. 2-3 fights. Let's all say Ben. Ben is like 8, 9.
No, dude. Buatsi started at 175. Come on, do your research.
I'm sure?
A big fan of Buatsi. Yep, I watched him since he came out the Olympics. I'm a big fan because I've been bidding for the Anthony Yard and Buatsi fight since 2022, 2021. I wanted that fight. I was like, let them boys get the British titles. I wanted to see them fight. And that Anthony Joshua kind of skipped and just jumped straight to the Kovalev John. And Joshua I think he got the British and he got the European at some point. So he's been in line for a title. I don't know why he hasn't fought. I think he's
he's fighting Callum Smith for like an interim belt. February 22nd.
That's now Callum Smith is 3 fights into 175. But that's a good fight. I like Callum Smith. If Buatsi beats Callum Smith, I would give him some proper props because Callum Smith got skills. That's a big boy. Callum Smith, he like 6'3".
What I was about to say though. So as it pertains to, I'm just gonna defend Morrell since you like David Benavidez so much. You want to put some money on that bet? Because I'm feeling very confident about Morrell.
Put money on
I got 100. I got 100 on it.
You got 100 on it?
I got 100 on Morrell.
All right, we
just got a little quiet.
We can put it.
My man. That's it. You got to move some funds around. You were like, honey, I'm making
Yeah,
big bets.
it's
We'll
Christmas,
let you
bro. Of
know.
course,
I'm
it's
losing.
Christmas,
So
but I'm
the fight
realizing the
ain't till
fight
February.
in
You good?
February.
You
Yeah,
good?
yeah. So we good.
You good? You got
I'm like,
time.
I'm 100
I want them
eyes. We
all
straight.
in ones, okay? I want them all
All
in
in one.
ones
You a
from the
trip.
from the cashier. No. I want it wrapped up. I want it band up. I want you to go to the cashier, tell you need 100 ones. She give it to you in the band, all right? Come see
Yeah, I
me
got you. I
after
got you.
February 2nd. So Morrell has been defending only number one contender. The dude he put in a coma, number one contender.
Oh wow.
Falcone, number one contender. Morrell, because he had that WBA baby belt, which
Yeah.
forces him to only fight within the top 10 of his ranking, the WBA ranking. So every fight, although you might say, what's that? That's a baby belt. It came with stipulations for him to raise his level of competition. Does that
Okay,
make
that's a good
sense?
point. That's a good point.
Same thing with Tank. Before Tank was upgraded to full champion, he had to fight everyone in the WBA ranking, and Frank Martin, who was the number one ranked, Ryan Garcia, who was ranked in the WBA. Like, people were like, oh, why is he fighting so and so? Because I have a mandatory obligation to fight these dudes. You might not like the fight, you may hate the fight, but some of the fights, not all the fights. We know you get voluntary after you do your mandatory stuff, but just putting some perspective on
No, that's. I mean,
Morrell's
that's.
record and how he's been moved. Because what they did was, let's get a belt on him so we can parade you around like a champion. I'm gonna say it. Shit, I'm gonna say it. Champion, interim champion. It still says champion at the end of the belt.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, actually, I appreciate that perspective because that's why I always rated Cool Boy Steph so high. Because even though he didn't have a lot of knockouts, I realized he was just fighting back-to-back undefeated fighters in
Undefeated.
top. Yeah, which is tough to
Taking
do,
O's, bro.
bro.
Six guys who have never suffered defeat for the
Yeah,
first time. You're going in the ring with them, and now you got to take their oath. And it's different styles. It's like, he's right. He was like, yo, I was the only one getting the smaller weights popping.
yeah.
And he was a little bit disappointed that he didn't get the push from his promoter. Like, why
Mm.
y'all not bigging me
Because
up?
he wasn't getting knockouts. That's why.
Still,
But I
like I said,
think I
the
love
must
watching him fight. I love watching him fight though.
correct.
But hold on,
You
before we
sell the
even get
product, bro.
crazy with the NUA joint, to finish
Go
with
ahead.
Morrell, I agree with what you're saying now that you give me that perspective about his competition. But now,
Mhm.
if we have to dissect the competition, out of those few guys you named, how many of them have fought top 10 competition, top 5 competition? So to
I mean, how do you
me,
get to
that's
number one? How do you get to number? You can't just you can't be blessed to get there. You got to fight your way to get there.
yeah, but were they beating 10, 11, and 12s? And then the sanctioning body was jumping them up 5, 4, 3? Because you know they be on
Uh,
some wacky behavior.
hey, this ain't the WBC, man. You can't just buy a ranking system. All right.
You never
Shots,
know.
shots. Yes, WBC. I do not like you as a sanctioning body. I want you to get out of boxing. You're the problem. I think you were the one that sanctioned that Tyson Jake Paul fight, but that's another story for a different time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's another story. That's another story. But yeah, so I mean, either way, bro. I mean, I think it's going to be a great fight. I'm still edging Benavidez, no matter what you say. Morel's feet are great, but Benavidez has shown he's a really great boxer puncher. He gets hit a lot less than people think, um, and he also got crazy grit. Morel, like he got that kind of grit, but I don't know, man. At the end of the day, you got to go with
hey,
the data.
I'll,
I've seen.
I'll take I'll take
I
Ronnie
don't know.
Shields over David Benavidez Sr. any day of the week. Fights on Sunday.
Ooh. See, now you add in the factor with the corners.
Come on,
That's
that's
a good point.
important. That's
That's very
important.
important. That's very important. Um,
Yeah, you can't back out now.
yeah.
The world's watched this, man. The world has seen you make this bet on live TV. Come on,
Nah, we
don't try to double
no.
back now.
No. You good. We good. We staying steadfast. We staying steadfast. We staying steadfast.
Good.
Put my
David's
money where my mouth
gonna
is.
need you to be. There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a
Yeah.
great fight. Um, I think if Morrell starts out boxing and can turn up the levels and maybe make it into a fight, I think he wins that style because Caleb Plant pretty much, in my opinion, exposed David Benavidez that for half the fight, I can box, move, and turn this guy for 6 rounds.
Yeah.
For 6 rounds. Half
I
the
think
fight.
Andrade did the same thing.
He tried to until he got
tried to.
caught.
Yeah,
Yes.
he didn't.
He doesn't like movers. He does so.
He
But
doesn't.
if Morrell's game plan is to box and move, he has a good opportunity if the fight
Yeah.
stretches out to be up rounds.
Yeah,
Will he last the distance if he gets caught? That's to be seen. But he can also thump with the thumper. He likes to exchange. He might come in for that 1-2, and Morrell might say, "You know what? This is my last chance. I need to thump with him."
Yeah. I'm
So,
excited, man. I'm excited. It's gonna really be about who will take whose power. And I don't know. I just edge Benavidez, not because I think he hits harder, but I think he hits hard with so much speed and volume that,
yeah.
I think my biggest problem with Morrell as well, and I'm sorry, it has to do with experience. He reminds me of a young Canelo. He threw everything with too much heat. So now I also worry about his gas tank.
He just started knocking shit out.
Who, Morrell?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Just started knocking stuff out, bro. Morrell's, what are you talking about? Isn't Morrell like 80% knockout ratio?
No. Maybe this last 3 fights he got a knockout.
Bro, you are tripping.
Look at I can't do the research.
Bro?
Just look it up for me so I can correct myself in front of the people. I like to apologize.
This
I'll
man is
apologize.
11. He's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. What are we talking about? He knocked out everybody up until the last. Yes, Morrell be thumping.
Really?
Morrell be thumping. But that's my problem with him is when I watch
he was more
him.
of a finesse fighter.
No, when I watch him, bro, I'm seeing how old boy is throwing everything with heat, kind of like I said, a young Canelo or like a Virgil Ortiz. Everything got sauce on it. That's the difference between Benavidez. Not everything got sauce. I think that's why Benavidez is able to capture the knockouts like he does. And the pressure is so intimidating because you got a guy this tall with that kind of speed, pop on every punch, but you don't know which one's going to have the true pop on it. With Morrell, he's fast. Everything got heat on it. Too much heat. But the good thing about Morrell is he's been getting away with it because he does have amazing punch variety. I think Morrell remind me of like a Roy Jones or Jerron Ennis. He throw like triple hooks, triple uppercut. He be throwing some nasty work. So he's special. He's special, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But that alone, so the experience bleeds into him throwing heat on every punch, right? Is he gonna be able to maintain that for 12?
I also have a question about that too. Something that came up in the Usyk fear. I know we're jumping back and forth, but the fights have a similar style to it. So I'm trying to paint y'all a picture. If at 175, where now you can rehydrate or come in after you've weighed in close to 200, does that benefit the mover in Morrell? Or will David Benavidez have the stamina to hunt him down for 12 rounds? Because Fury tried to come in heavier, but some people said his foot was in quicksand, like he felt like he couldn't move because maybe he was too big.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that plays a factor within this fight as well, because at 175, I'm not sure if you saw, but David Benavidez looked like he'd been eating all the Chicos, all the tacos. He looked like he eat everything.
All the enchiladas.
All the, if it's got a Spanish name to it, taco meat. Everything, bro. Pause.
Yeah. But one second, I agree. Okay, so 2 things. Let me answer your first point. First point is I can't genuinely. No. The weight is important, but I can't genuinely critique Tyson because unfortunately, like I said, I didn't get to watch the whole fight, so I can't critique the game plan going in. But normally, when you come in a little heavier, the game plan should lean into that, right? So I don't know if Tyson used it well. I don't know if he was playing boxer puncher or he was playing like pressure fighter. When you come in heavier, I'm assuming you're going to be playing pressure, maybe pressure boxer puncher situation. Now with David, yes, he looked a little chunkier than usual, Benavidez, but I'm pretty sure his volume was still there after 12. I did see some of the heat on his punches kind of slow down a little bit, but I feel like Morrell's was more drastic. And now, to your point, I hope both of those boys don't gain too much weight after the weigh-in because they're both speed is what they use to their advantage. Speed for Morrell's legs, speed for Benavidez' hands. So even though more weight for Benavidez would help with the thumper like Morrell, I don't know how much that'll negatively impact the speed. Because like I said, that hand speed, him being that height with that hand speed, bro, and that pop is a huge reason why he's as special as he is. And to your point, if Morrell, who's very muscular, is it just me? Morrell looked bigger than Benavidez, bro. Am I tripping? Oh, we might have lost. We might have lost Jay, folks. I looked at my wrist like I had my watch on. Tripping. Yeah. So when Jay comes back in, let's see. But yeah, I think
I'm
you
here.
back. You back. Yeah, I think Morrell looked bigger than. I think he looked bigger than Benavidez, bro. He just have a more muscular frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
So
don't want him
then,
to be too muscular. Now, say that one more time.
It's definitely uh,
Damn, you
it's
coming in a
definitely
little
gonna play a
robotic.
factor.
Oh yeah, it's gonna play a factor. Correct. Correct.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
definitely
gonna
think it
play
will
a
play a
factor.
factor. Because if you're gonna try to stalk a guy and walk him down or be the aggressor for 12 rounds and throw, you know, heat with malicious intention, you need the stamina for that. And we're gonna
Yep.
see if he lasts 12 rounds trying to chase down David Morrell. It's
Yeah,
just
that's a
like a
fact.
different aspect to look at the fight. Instead of just he's gonna walk into each other and just punch each other. Nah, it's gonna be very technical. It's gonna be a lot of moving around, a lot of. I mean, he lasted 12 versus Plant, but like I said, it was a tough 12 fights. I mean, 12 rounds.
Oh, you're saying Plant lasted against Benavidez for 12?
Yeah, and
Oh yeah,
I
but
think
even
David
that, let's be
Morrell
real,
punches a
bro.
little bit heavier.
The ref saved Plant. I gotta be honest. I mean, Plant, I love Plant, bro. I think he
You
has
think
a
he was out on his
horrible.
feet?
I think he was a couple times, bro. If it wasn't for the ref allowing coming in between and not allowing these boys to allowing Benavidez to work, I think he saved him too many times, in my opinion.
All right, Harvey Doc, you owe us some money because we all bet the knockout. All right, so Harvey Doc, coming in front of the congregation, drop off the check.
I made money off that fight. I did a little parlay.
Nice. You
So
parlayed the decision.
yeah,
I think it was
I just
unanimous
went for
too.
the win. I just went for the win because I just
Okay.
wasn't sure. I felt like he could knock him out, but it was just a safer bet. I didn't want to mess up the parlay.
Hey, you owe us some reparation from that parlay, all right?
He's so stupid.
Family barbecue time. Yeah, I mean, boxing is is a fantastic place. I didn't want Fury to
Oh,
win. I didn't want any controversy.
so thank you. Go
I
into the
was
Ala Sheik joint because I know Turkey. You had some
yeah,
opinions about Turkey. My son Turkey. You don't like
yeah.
what he doing?
I don't like him overpaying these fighters an absorbent amount of money to where when it's time to step back in the ring, they're never going to see this type of money again. Like
Yeah,
I heard the amount Tyson made or
it's
was
ridiculous.
projected to make. I was like, yeah, I'm done with boxing after this. Yeah, one show, Riyadh season, I get knocked out. You give me my money, I pay my taxes, and I'm just going to disappear for the rest forever. Why not? Why not?
No,
What's
I
stopping me
agree.
from doing that?
I agree. But here's the thing. I think you can look at it this from this angle. I made this
Mhm.
amazing money now. I just more worry about the hunger, but I made this amazing money. So I can settle for a little bit less to be on a great card and still keep fighting. If the goal is to keep is because I love fighting and maybe I still haven't had the accolades, but I did make a big bag last time. You know, I why would I if I'm their manager, I would not allow my fighter to sit on the shelf just
Yeah.
because he can't get this amazing payment because it's unrealistic. And that's why I think I don't foresee it being too much of a problem. You feel me? I just feel like it's
So you
unrealistic.
don't think over time paying guys triple what they would have made if they had to work for it, sell the gate, sell pay-per-views, uh, promote the
But
fight.
they
You don't think that's
but they
going to
don't
eventually
have to
catch up to
work
them?
for it with Riyadh. They don't have to work for it as much with Riyadh. So that's why if you unless you
Part of the
want to stay on
problem.
the shelf, are you going to stay waiting for Riyadh? Now, until
No,
the
no,
point
he
where
might.
Riyadh is
I'm,
literally running
mhm.
boxing, if they're not running boxing, you can't sit there and wait for the three Riyadh cards in a year. You may not be the one to be on that bid. So to me,
Yeah.
if I'm your promoter or if I'm your manager, I'm like, yo, bro, let's get another fight in to guarantee our slot on the Riyadh card. That's how I think I want fighters. Now, if you think about it like that, all these fighters are gonna be working mad hard because it's like I gotta show out on this top rank card so I can get that Riyadh
So I
card.
can
That's
get
why
that.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I can get that Riyadh call.
that's the reward. And then when
Um,
they're not on Riyadh cards, they still should be showing out so that they can be like, dang, Turkey's gonna be like, I like that young brother, Bruce Carrington. I need him on my Riyadh card. And that's pretty much
you
what
know what?
happened, right?
I've
Wasn't
never
Bruce on something? What was Bruce on? Was it a Riyadh card? No, he was
Tyson.
on a
No,
Tyson
Tyson
card.
Fury. Yeah, he's
But
on the
once
Tyson Logan
again,
Paul.
it's because of what Bruce has been doing and him being from New York
Yes,
is
yes,
how
yes,
he
yes.
even got asked
Absolutely,
about this card. Here, brother.
absolutely. I agree. Um, my thing is, they have promote matchmakers in boxing for a reason, and that's why some
Mm-hmm.
of them are in the Hall of Fame based on how they're able to match make someone's career to get them to where they need them to go. I
Right.
don't recall ever seeing any matchmakers on some of these cards. Like, what did you think about the Big Baby versus Okoli fight? Did you think he was ready for
That
that? Like,
no, too
was that
soon.
mismanagement?
Too soon. Definitely too soon.
What about Big
Definitely too
Bag?
soon.
What about Big Bag?
Yeah, no,
Big
I
Bag?
mean I hear that. I hear that. But also here's the thing. You have to look at Jared. Jared don't listen, bro. If you look
That's
at
why
the
he's running from the
clips,
cops.
he arrogant. He arrogant as heck, bro. That's why I never bought into him. I'm not saying I'm not rooting for the young brother. You know, I always root for
Yeah,
ours, especially in the States. But I didn't buy into him. I'm not playing fan. You know,
right.
I didn't like his attitude, the conversations with Roy Jones. I wasn't in love with it. And I also see how he play like he's Shakur and Terrence. You a 235 pound, 6'4" young man. They say 6'4". He looked more like 6'3"
Yeah.
to me, but whatever. He's a big boy. He should be a combination of finesse, movement, and power. But he's sitting here trying to play like he's all power boxer puncher. You got great feet, my brother. You got great feet. You got
Use it.
middleweight speed. Use it. And if you look at that Bacoli fight, it was his arrogance that let him get knocked out. He should have been touching head, body, move, double to the body, get out of there. Keep getting out of get pesky because he's so fast.
Yeah.
Pesky, move, and keep
Yeah, have
everything tight.
Bacoli chase you down as opposed to trying to
Yeah,
stand there and say, you know what, I can
because
trade with him.
because after the first, like he got knocked down twice, right? Then he got stopped, or he got knocked down once, then stopped in the second.
No,
I feel
knocked
like he
down
got
twice, I believe.
twice. So to
Yeah,
me,
two
after the first
uppercuts.
knockdown,
Uppercuts and then a hook.
after the first knockdown, if I was his coach, I would have told him everything distance, all long punches. Because Jared also have a pretty nice reach for being a little bit shorter. Everything, because he's so
Mhm.
fast. Boom, pop, nice and light, no power on it. And then maybe stab to the body, keep moving. It will be boring. Who cares? Catch your breath, find a rhythm, get Bacoli frustrated, and then also start to see, man, is this dude a tank or is he going to start slowing down? Because the body work going to slow him down. And if the peskiness causes him to miss a lot of shots, then you get the lactic acid buildup. Now you start getting that big 280-pound man arms tired. Now we get 6, 7, 8 round. Now you can start using because Jared got some beautiful combos, bro. He has an amazing skill set, but the mentality. Once again, this is me speculating. This is ideally I would hope that would work, but you never know.
Yeah.
Bacoli also, I don't know. Bacoli full training camp, he be knocking people out. I don't really know his engine, but I am scared to say he might have an engine like Joe Joyce. And if he got an engine like
Yeah,
Joe
listen.
Joyce, I think he's a disaster for everyone.
Bacoli said he dropped Usyk in sparring.
I believe it.
He's like,
Because if you
they go
watch
ask him.
Bacoli, he's 6'7" or whatever he is, but he kind of fight like a
Mhm.
90s heavyweight.
One
And
punch.
he have decent speed and beautiful one punch. And if you watch, bro, when old boy he turn over, everything comes so. He don't turn over his body dip. My man turn over, everything come, but he stay grounded and balanced. Yo, son, let me tell you something. I watched the knockdowns on replay like 15 times, bro. And I'm sitting there like, yo, Bacoli's way sharper than I thought. And then I went
It
back to
looked
watch the
Larry
Michael Hunter
Holmes.
fight.
It looked.
Yes,
What's that guy's name? Is it Holmes?
Michael
Yeah,
Hunter,
like
when he lost to Michael Hunter. You know that, right? Bacoli lost to Michael Hunter.
yeah. Mhm.
To be honest, if
I
a
saw that.
rematch, But Coley would stop Hunter. Hunter don't get a lot of just due, man. Unfortunately, he should have at least been a champion at cruiserweight already. I don't know if he'd be a
Yeah.
champion at heavyweight, but Hunter got some real skills. It's unfortunate that they're not moving him properly, maybe because he's a little heavyweight. But I personally think
I don't.
Hunter's nice, bro.
Yeah, I feel like there's a need for. I don't like. There needs to be a card every 2 months for every major platform. Top Rank, Matchroom, DAZN, whatever, Golden Boy, PBC. Every 2 months there should be a fight card. Why? Because there's so much a plethora of fighters that people want to see. Like
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see your training in the gym. I want to know when your fight is. And if you don't know, that means you can't tell us when the fight is. And that's frustrating for you because you don't know when you're fighting, and we don't know when to come support you when you're fighting. So it's like,
Right. Exactly, bro.
but when you're coming back to the gym, well, hopefully month up. But I realize things have to line up too. You have to say yes. Another person has to say yes. Another person needs to guarantee to want the number that they're offering. You got to want the number. Like, it's pen to paper and let's fight.
Exactly.
It's so much other things now. How much am I getting? What? I'm not getting that. I'm not going to agree to that. It's like, let's make a fight and let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving, bro. Let's get a squabble. Who trying to catch a fade? Who trying to squabble?
Fade should be on every weekend, man. Every Saturday, somebody should be going to sleep.
Yo, honestly, we need to get back to the Thursday and Friday night fights, bro. I mean, we
And
get
Top
into
Rank
Friday
is
night fights,
Top Rank.
but I like Thursday fights too, bro. That's why I love Pro Box TV with the Wednesday night fights.
Pro Box
Boy.
TV. Salute
And
Pro Box TV.
Salute.
Send
Pro
over the
Box,
money.
bro.
I'll start giving.
And I have Pro Box TV. Once I finish teaching my class
sure.
Wednesday nights, I have Pro Box TV on the big screen while I'm cleaning the gym. Love Pro Box. Shout out to Pro Box TV, bro.
It's producing a lot of good fights and they're building fighters. So to me, it's like you go there to start. It's more of a local show somewhere in Florida, somewhere hot, somewhere decent.
Or you go there to reignite your career. Like
Go there to rebound.
Shout out to Angela Leo as well.
Colbert
got another title.
Colbert tried and got knocked out. Mm-hmm.
Colbert, right?
Chris Colbert. Yeah, Chris Colbert tried that same thing, but
let's touch on Colbert for a second, bro. How you feel? And he from the towns. I got love for the kid, bro. I think he do have some skills, but he hurt, right? I think his chin. I don't know if his chin is. I don't know, bro. I hate to say it out loud, but I don't know if his chin is.
When he was trying to be the faster, I think when he was trying to be the faster boxer and just get in and out, so trying to. Yeah.
Yep.
But you get a sense of a knockout or a knockdown, and I feel like it changes how you go and approach fights now. Where you just think, I could just do that to everybody. And Ryo, he could have won that fight. So the decision with the first Ryo fight, I thought he won. I got the knockdowns, but I think he was the one who boxed beautifully. Boxed in and out, held them up, turned them. Like, you hit me with one, I'm hitting you with three. Like, you're just thinking, you knocked me down twice, so that means you should have won. No. For the other rounds where you didn't knock me down, I won those rounds. That's why I was like, he's back. He figured it out. This is who he has to be. Because you have to know your lane and stay in it. You can't want to just highlight or meme everybody.
That's
you know what I mean?
Saying. Talk about it, bro. I just don't get it.
Even the Hector fight. He could have won that fight.
Yo, bro, let me tell you, when he lost to Hector, that's when I was saying to myself, I don't know if he's who we thought he was going to be. Because to me, the Jose Valenzuela, I can understand that. Jose got speed, he got power, he big for the weight class, for 135. Look at him. He looks great at 140. But I'm going to be honest, Hector Garcia's sharp. Great. Shout out to the DR. But Chris got all the skills to beat Hector.
Wet Willies. Yes. Twice on Sundays.
Come on. Hector got some pop, but he's not a killer. Hector Garcia ain't no killer. So even when he got shook up the way he got shook up, I was just like, go get on your feet, bro. Get on your boxing. 1, 1, 2, feint, move. Head movement, get out of there, triple it up, use that speed. Colbert, he got crazy speed, bro. I don't know who you would compare him to, but his speed is up there to me. Like on some, not Gary
O'Shaquie.
Russell, but yeah, I would
O'Shaquie.
say
O'Shaquie.
O'Shaquie. To me, they're right
O'Shaquie got
under the
speed.
Gary Russells. Gary Russell
Yeah.
and
Ooh, great.
Gary Russell
Great.
and
Yes.
Amir Khan. Gary Russell and Amir Khan to me got
So
super
like
nasty
6
speed.
punches in one. Yeah. Like
Nasty
you
speed.
got off a
Right
6
underneath.
punch combo?
Yup. And skill, speed and skill. Right underneath them. Cambosa's got a lot of good speed, but he don't use it well. Cambosa's got beautiful speed. He does not use it well at all. So I would sooner put some of them other boys, O'Shaquie.
Yeah. Ray
What
Savage.
I say? Ray Savage got some beautiful speed. Tank is fast as hell too, but he don't throw a lot of volume.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to
Volume
me,
plus speed is
I
what I'm
think
looking
Chris.
for.
Yeah, I think Chris got faster hands than. I think he got faster hands than Tank and Shakur and Devitt. But I don't think he puts it together with the same pop at the end of the punches. And then
Yeah, and
he
you know
don't
what?
move sometimes. He gets stuck in sand, which is weird because he got good feet.
I think what happened to him was boxing was the outlet. Once he started getting the outside money, boxing became what I had to do, not what I needed to do. Like he opened up restaurants, he became a
Yeah.
businessman, which I respect. Salute to you, get your money any way you can.
Yeah, I wanted to go
Even
to
had a
his
chicken joint out here in Jersey, yeah. So
yeah.
he started eating without the need of boxing. So when you tell me like now I gotta go cut weight and do all this extra running and shit, I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
Man,
that's a fact.
how much am I getting? All right, cool. I get it after the weigh-in, right? All right, cool. Sometimes you just take your eye off the prize and the bigger prize becomes less of what you want. I wasn't champion.
Right.
You can't doubt that. My name's solidified. Wherever you want to put me. Now I'm good. Because if I would have thought he'd have been back already. There's enough fights for him to get back.
Who Colbert, right?
Colbert.
He needs to go back to 130.
Yeah.
He needs to stay out of
Yes,
135.
for sure.
Bro. He don't got the chin for 135.
For sure.
Now,
For sure he needs to go
130.
back to 130.
No, but here's the tough part because Ray's at 130 now, right?
Yeah. I want to see O'Shaq
Yeah, I
versus
don't
Chris
know.
Colbert.
I ain't gonna lie. Nah, bro, I'm gonna be honest. The Chris Colbert we've been seeing,
Jersey versus Brooklyn.
no matter
Yeah, it's not.
no matter how much I like him, nah, bro. O'Shaquie beats him, Ray beats him, Nick Bull beats him, Nick Bull knocks him out.
Lamont beats
Well,
him.
actually Nick Bull's at 126 still, so take that back.
Yeah.
Lamont definitely beats him. Because Lamont got a
Who
chin.
else was there?
And who else is there? Oh, what's his name? Long arms, Navarrete.
Oh, the octopus.
Navarrete would knock Chris Colbert back to Eastern Parkway.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the height. It's the height and the way he throws his punches for sure. Yeah.
But Chris is like 5'8", bro. So it's just if he couldn't handle Hector or Jose, he's not gonna handle Navarrete.
I got
And
you.
O'Shaquie's long too. Pause. O'Shaquie's what 5'7", 5'8". He got great reach. All them
Great
boys
speed.
are problems. Ray is shorter, but Ray is like a little running back, and he fast. So what
Chris, we want to see you back in the ring. Chris, we want to see you back in the ring.
To me, you got to put Chris in with not the dudes who got beat by the champions last. You got to put the dudes underneath those guys. So like, not even Conceição, whoever Conceição beat, not none of the champions, but you know what I'm saying? Like, give him somebody like that to test the waters.
Conceição would be a good fight because he ain't gonna get knocked out by Conceição.
Yeah, but
he's gonna get punched and roughed up.
He don't deserve that. We want to see him win.
He's been losing. All he's been doing. I mean, listen, sign the top rank and become Pedraza.
It's controversial. Oh, I like the Pedraza fight. No, but Pedraza is at 140. Why would he go to 130?
Yeah. No. I'm saying become so. I start to reference people like Pedraza, Conceição, Valdez.
Yes.
They become top ranks guys who are used for other guys to either look good, to shine. Like like O'Shaquie, same thing. He got Conceição, he got somebody else, and let's hope he gets a unification. But you see that there's a pecking order first. You got to beat this guy, then the champion. So. Pedraza too. That's why Keyshawn got to tune him up.
Yeah, I like the Pedraza. Yeah, the effect. Look, I see what you mean. So Conceição, but like I said, Conceição would win. I want to put him against someone that would be a good fight, but that he can win. Right now, based on what we're seeing, Hector Garcia rematch. Give me a honestly, give me an Oscar Valdez.
Oh, Gary Russell. No, Gary Russell Jr.
No, Gary Russell
versus Chris
Colbert.
Colbert.
Gary Russell
Bro,
Jr.
it's 2
Gary
years
Russell,
layoff, bro. We're not talking about the same Gary Russell Jr.
yeah, but
Junior,
Gary Russell,
the oldest one.
Gary Russell got a better chin, and he got the see. Now you talking speed and skill and a better chin. I go Gary Russell all day. I go Gary Russell all day. Even 2 years old.
3-year layoff? A 3?
I go Gary Russell.
Come on.
Go watch the fight with Lomachenko and Gary Russell.
I
don't care if you
Gary
watch
won
that
fight.
Gary
won
looked
that
good,
fight. He didn't
bro.
count the knockdown. And he didn't count the knockdown.
Exactly. And if you hear what was going on with Gary leading up to that, come on, son. Gary Russell is what he could have been one of the all-time at the lighter weight
He
division.
beat Mark McSale with one hand, bro.
You tell
He beat Mark McSale with one hand.
Now,
After 4 years and possibly.
I agree. So now let me take my emotions out of it for a second. Emotions out of it, that's not bad matchmaking. You got a dude who was amazing, but 3 years off. You got Chris, who was a hopeful and hasn't really been meeting his potential. So that's a nice fight. They both talk a lot of trash. You got the East Coast, DMV, New York City area coming together. I see the matchmaking.
Bro.
I see the matchmaking. You sounding choppy again, but I'm with you on the matchmaking.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm probably getting a million phone calls to us. But yeah, like in my opinion, because I want to see him back in the ring. I want to see him with someone who can talk the shit to him, will talk back, and it will make it a good squabble. So that's why I said Gary Russell Jr. Gary says he's coming back too, but he wants to come back at 135. I'm like, you just went from like 126 to 130. Bro, you ain't getting no in-between fights?
He's nuts.
I don't
like that move.
Salute to Batman.
I will. Yeah, he's a.
His pop.
I would.
No, that's his pops.
Yeah. Gary's pops. You talking about, right?
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Sorry.
R.I.P.
Cut up, yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, if Gary come back to 135, I don't want to say move him slow, but don't move him too quickly. But the extra weight will be good, but he's not one of these short, long arm dudes. So I think he'll have trouble, bro. Because he's legit 5'6" at best and has regular arms. He don't got long arms. So that disadvantage.
He's quicker than everybody.
No, he's not gonna be so much quicker than every single person. You think he's so much quicker than Tank? No.
I would like if there wasn't no layoff. I want to see a sparring video of them two. Forget fighting. I want to see a sparring video.
I would have loved that fight. Tank and Gary would have been a great fight in prime. Right now, I would need to see Gary do a couple things before I say anything about that. To be honest.
DMV area again.
Yeah, that'll be a
DC Baltimore.
That'll be nice. Yeah, so I would like to see who would you want to see Gary with at 135? Give him somebody that Keyshawn beat up. You know what I'm saying? Give him like not Lemos. Who's the dude that Keyshawn? That dude too strong. Not the dude before Lemos. Who's the
Artem? Give him Artem.
Artem Haratunian.
Yep.
Oh, Artem, the one who fought Shakur.
Yeah. And Frank Martin.
Yeah. That'll be a good fight.
Come on. I know, bro. I'm good at this, bro. I does this. I does this in my sleep.
Even that though, Artem is good, bro, and he's strong. He's big. He's a lot bigger than Gary. That'll be a good fight. That'll be a hard test for your first fight at 135.
Yes, but that's what gets Gary up out the bed, bro, and running 18 million miles. Gary can't come back to somebody he's gonna walk over and watch. He's not gonna get up for that fight. It's got to be someone that's like,
give me this. Gary Russell Jr. Tevin Farmer. Give me that. Tevin Farmer came up from 130. He been putting these young bulls to work. Give me that. He don't got crazy power, but you know he can put you down.
Speed.
Give me Tevin. Yeah. Speed, great movement.
That's a great matchup, bro.
Two former champions. Give me that.
Footwork in that fight.
Oh, that's gonna be beautiful.
Woo. That's boxing at a high level. That's chess. That's chess. That's beautiful. I would love to see that too. Because Tevin Farmer's been on a tear. That doesn't get a lot of talk about.
Even though he lost, he looks great, bro.
Because they're saying like you're the B-side fighter, so you're automatically set to lose. You have to do something spectacular to win.
Yeah,
Both,
fact.
they score to the other guy. I'm sorry. So if you want a rematch with Zepeda, which I think would be a great fight, like I don't know how Zepeda like does that, but I would love to see it again because
Yeah,
Tevin knows now in order to get that next number one spot, he's going to sleep. And I'm pressing the action the whole fight because
yeah,
I can put him down.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
that's
I
a great
agree.
fight
I
though.
agree.
That is a
That's a good fight.
fantastic fight.
I'm telling you,
135. Tevin's been on a run though, man.
he looked good,
Tevin's
and
due.
Tevin's strong.
Tevin's due.
And people for even though Tevin don't got a lot of knockouts, like I always forget because when you see him in person, he's a kind guy. He seems like a kind dude, real calm. But if you look at Tevin's physique too, that man is Aki as heck, bro. That man built
Yeah.
solid. He built solid, strong. I don't think I realized how muscular he was in shape. That's a strong dude right there. And to be so slick with a good chin, like that,
Before
great
we jump off of
experience.
this, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah, talk to me. What's the word?
How does Keyshawn BB3, the problem, the businessman, fare against a Tevin Farmer?
That's a great fight. I'll see him edging it though, because Keyshawn's range with that power and just his
Stops him?
IQ, it'll be a tough night for Tevin. I'll be honest. Tevin gonna make him work, but I would edge Keyshawn for sure. Keyshawn got advantages in all areas. On top of the fact that I think his IQ is probably the same. Maybe he has a better IQ, and he's younger, bro. Yeah,
If he wins that
Keyshawn.
championship, I would like to see that fight. I would love to see
What you
that
say?
fight. If he wins versus Varenchik, I would love to see that fight.
Oh, for
Tevin
sure.
Farmer versus Keyshawn.
Yeah,
Just
no doubt,
because, like,
100%.
that would let me know he is ready for a tank style fighter or a tank fight.
Yes. Yeah.
Southpaw,
Yeah. No.
coming from a different angle.
If Keyshawn can beat Tevin Farmer, like there's nothing else to talk about. But if Keyshawn also can knock out Tevin, ain't nothing else to talk about then. Ain't nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? If you can knock out somebody like Tevin Farmer, then we know you the truth. I personally think Keyshawn is already the truth. I see him doing very well. 130 champion, 135, 140, 147, and probably finishing his career at 154.
Whoa! That man's gonna stop at 147. But I like what you're saying. Champion in all three, if moved correctly, sure.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
running the gauntlet.
Running the gauntlet? I don't know if he stays undefeated the whole time. I didn't say that. I ain't say that because he got to get through the Tiafimos and them boys that I like up there as well. But I think he's nice, bro. Let's see how he does in these next two fights because he's gonna fight for the champion. He's probably gonna win, and then hopefully they give him a good match after that. Gonna lose to who?
Lose. Varenchik.
You stupid.
I know.
We don't put money on that too.
Why not? Wait, hold on. Give the people a little bit. I said an hour. We in an hour 13. Let me play the extra and get up out of here.
Yeah. Always love. Shout out to the people. Shout out to everybody who checked in. You already know.
Shout out to everybody, man.
Shout out to Undercard and Boxing. And we gonna do this. Pushing the sport. Talking that talk. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yo, one love, Jay. Hit me up, bro.
Got you.
All right, bro.